Greetings! So, on my Twitter, Insta, YouTube, and Discord, I asked you guys for your craziest confessions. Confessions that either you or someone you know did in your life. I'm aware this sounds like a degenerosity video, but bro's been missing for literal months, so I might as well take over his mantle while he's not here. And besides, I think this could be a pretty nice mini-series if you guys want these types of videos. These confessions are completely anonymous, so if you want to figure out who wrote these confessions, sorry bro, you're not getting that information even if you have to bribe me with an MHA poster. And that says a lot coming from me. From the confessions I did receive, I wasn't really expecting much. I mean, I'm a black 18-year-old Belizean boy who has 1.15 thousand subscribers. Who do you think I am? Siren Studios? I ain't popular for shit. But I do appreciate y'all for sending these confessions. This video might be on the short side, considering I only have like 10 confessions to sit through and read through. Well... Anyways, let's get into this video with no lube, no condoms, and straight into the action. I ain't talking till I get my lawyer. Well, where is he? Where's your lawyer? Don't say shit without any action, bro. I was ready to fight. To be honest, kind of a boring start to this confession, so next one. I found a condom on the ground near my street with blood on it. What the fuck? That's it? That's the confession? Like, where did you find it? How did you find it? But what the hell? I could only wonder how that person must have been, you know, being an aphrodisiac and kept going at it for hours with their partner to the point their jizz turned into ketchup. Like, damn, what kind of biology did he have, bro? You found the crime scene of the most unhinged one-night stand in neighborhood history. The guy probably pulled out, looked down, and probably whispered something like, "Babe, I think we just invented a new horror movie genre." My advice, frame it. Put it in a shadow box with the caption, "Local man achieved legendary status." And then immediately fumbled the cleanup. Next confession. I like pizza on my pineapple. Wait, don't you mean you put pineapple on your pizza? If any case, unsubscribe now. In fact, if anybody likes pineapple on pizza, get out of my sight! Ran a mafia in middle school for 2 to 3 years. The FBI still has a cold case file labeled Operation Recess Shakedown with your blurry yearbook photo on it. What was your mafia name anyway? The Pencil Pushers? The Hall Pass Cartel? Spill it before the feds kick the door. I've drawn NSFW pictures because my friends asked me to, and the chances of it happening again aren't zero. Well, I mean, if that's the career path you want to take, then be my guest. I'm not judging, not at all. We gotta make money somehow. I mean, Sonic Movie 4 tickets ain't free. In fact, you're probably more financially stable than I am. You wanna know how much money I've made making YouTube videos for almost 6 fucking years?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
I made a community post about Troy's mom.
Wow.
Am I supposed to know who you is? I like to take showers without clothes on. Oh no! The confessions are getting dangerously based! Absolute degenerate legend. While the rest of humanity is out here having an identity crisis and rather to wear sauce in the shower, you're casually dropping the most galaxy brain, unapologetic truth bomb of all time. Yeah, I like showering naked, fight me. Bro, that's not a confession, that's a public service announcement. Alright, now that we've got the short confessions out of the way, let's go to the big ones. The ones I was hoping on finding when I started this campaign. One time, a girl in my class was caught jerking off her boyfriend in the middle of class. Other kids videoed it without them knowing. Worst of all, her grandparents teach at the school. They're my archery coaches. YouTube friendly one. Once while I was a baby, my family was at IHOP, and my parents looked away for 1 second. During that second, I managed to drown my pancakes in syrup. Excluding the second one. I don't have time for your baby lore. But the first one, what the hell? Look, I don't judge kinks, but I'ma judge this one, exhibitionism. Like, I don't get it. Why would your classmate think that waking off her boyfriend it would be a good idea, let alone in a fucking classroom? Is she Darkness from Konosuba? Not everybody wanna see that. People's eyes did not consent to seeing her giving her boyfriend a hand. And people took videos of it too? Bro, I hope those two either get detention or suspension. Doing indecent sexual acts out in the open ain't gonna look good on your permanent record. I almost got into a fight over a Free Fire account. Wow, what a title. I had an old email which was attached to an old YouTube channel I wanted to work on, but my little brother refused to make his own email and used it to make a Free Fire account, which I told him not to. He kept grinding on the account and topping up multiple times, and I kept having to shake my head asking him, why would you keep grinning on an account that technically isn't yours? But he didn't care. Sometime later, a friend of his came by and wanted to buy the account off of my little brother. He asked me my password, and of course I said no, because it's attached to my email that I already told him not to touch in the first place. He went back outside and I overheard him telling his friend my password for my email, which is probably the third time throughout this entire situation where he did exactly what I told him not to. As an extremely annoyed older brother, I smacked the crap out of him. Sometime later, the password for it was changed, and with that, I lost access to my first YouTube channel. I was so mad. I even went and texted his mom on Facebook. A little while later, my little brother's friend came over, saying that he was logged out of his account as well. So he was probably hacked and wanted me to help him. Up to that point, he has been ignoring me every time I try messaging him, and the sheer audacity of him asking me to help almost made me swing on him. I told him to get out before I actually get upset, and we've never spoken since. Aw man, this one went from silly confession to family therapy session with a side of digital warfare real quick. You almost threw hands over a Free Fire account. Not even a bank heist, not even crypto. A fucking Free Fire account. If you ever reconcile, the first thing you should do is make him create his own damn email and hand over the login like a civilized human being. Or just let it go and start a new channel with your first video titled, "How My Little Brother Ruined My YouTube Career Over Free Fire." Either way, respect for not actually swinging on the friend at the end. Growth. Minimal, but growth. Alright, our last confession for today. You know, from what I've read so far from these confessions, it sounds like everyday occurrences that, on the surface level, ain't all that deep. Except for the condom one, Jesus Christ. And I'm positive that this next one is gonna be a lot more lighthearted. Anyways, let's get into our final confession for today. When I was 14, I had my first When I was 14, I wanted to ask out this one girl really bad, but she had one of those stupid little gremlin dolls who she took with her during a little school camping trip. Everyone found the dog super duper adorable, and I tried being nice to it too, but it didn't really like me much. Anyway, it was the final night of the camp. I was tasked with cleaning up the leaves in the forest. Absolutely bored out of my mind because I couldn't hang out with my friends due to them being forced to work with the weirdo lunch ladies for the other kids, so I was all on my own. Eventually, I found myself walking around outside until I heard barking. Apparently, the dog got unruly and ran off somewhere and ended up getting stuck in a bunch of logs. I thought, hey, maybe I could get some points from my crush if I rescue her dog. So I tried freeing it until its little leg broke, at which point it started attacking me, and out of reflex, I hit it with my rake and it went limp completely. Afterwards, I put the dead little dog in one of my garbage bags I was carrying around, but at that point, too many people were nearing the area I was in for me to give it a proper burial, so I was forced to take it back to the main part of the camp. Anyway, I don't know how this shit happened, but apparently the dog's meat somehow got mixed up with the chicken, and the girl I liked ended up eating her own dog in front of me, and, yeah. Bro, I need a minute. Okay, bro, why would you do that? Like, I get the dog attacked you because he thought you were a threat, but what possessed you to think the only way to solve this problem was to hit it with your rake and kill it? That is not normal. I was hoping that we'd end on a high note, but no, this video is probably gonna get age restricted because of you and your tomfuckery, and the fact that your crush ate the dog without her knowing. Bro, when she figures it out, she is not gonna let you hit. You need to see a psychologist immediately. This is the worst confession I have ever read. Be gone with you, thought! And that's the video. Apologies for my rant there. Seriously, what the fuck was that? But I'm glad I did this video. And if you guys want me to make more of these, then feel free to let me know in the comments. And to those who want to confess their sins and want to be featured, check out the Google Docs link in the description. I am praying. This video doesn't get age restricted. And hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next one. I've been Jahil, and I'm gonna call some friends to help me investigate the person who sent the last confession. Hello, yes, is this PETA?